Welcome to the Social Media Wrap. I'm Lebo Tshangela. Coming up, SABC Digital News attending the 2018 International Development Informatics Association Conference in Pretoria. But first, let's look at the major trends of the week with Tanya Corey.
This week saw social media outraged by a person called Adam Katsavelos. He plunged the country back into the racism heated debate. South Africa took action when the video surfaced of Katsavelos using the K word and describing a beach in Greece as heaven because it didn't have black people on it. Firstly, I'm not sure what is the issue with South Africans and beaches. And secondly, I just can't understand why a person would do something like this. He has made such an impact on South Africa, and negatively. Brands have distanced themselves, friends and family have condemned his actions, various human rights bodies have taken actions, and political parties are now using it as cannon fodder. Social media, on the other hand, turned kangaroo court, and almost instantly it released his home address, his telephone number, and other information as they took up guns. Another big story was the land expropriation. It's still top of the conversation pile, and it's no wonder because Trump has weighed in on the so-called killing of white farmers. He allegedly is putting a report together about the mass killing of white farmers in South Africa, making the debate even hotter than it already was and adding fuel to a fire that was absolutely unnecessary. So between Trump and Katsavelos this week, social media hasn't been a happy space. The state capture inquiry also made a huge impact as that kicked off, and people are waiting for justice. Marikana continues to be one of the biggest stories on the charts. And of course, the Zim Concord story comes in as one of a big South African story because of the involvement of Dali Mpofu and others. And then the closing down of ANN7, or Afro Voice, as it was called, as the contract came to an end with MultiChoice, also left social media with a conversation to be held.
It's now time to have a look at what you've liked this past week. South African advocates being granted permits to represent MDC in Zimbabwe Concord case, and Zimbabwe police on high alert ahead of election court bid. Close on its heels, users were very interested in the story about 3 PSL teams forced to share Peter Mokaba Stadium. The article on actor Sello Sibotsane in court on domestic violence charges also brought traffic to our website. And finally, users were interested in IFP leader Mangosuthu Buthelezi saying the ANC owes him an apology. The 2018 International Development Informatics Association Conference is underway in Pretoria. The focus of the conference is on making ICT research locally relevant.
ICT is everywhere, but now it is going to be appreciated, firstly in the community where we are serving and also mankind. Now, if we are going to appreciate the value of ICT, we have to take it out of the laboratories or from the universities and bring it out there. And when people start to interact with ICT, whether it's from of a gadget or from of anything that actually sees it being used in their own spheres, then that's where we start making a change.
Well, the challenges I mentioned is that they need to say what is it about my work, not my work, but what an individual researcher, what are they claiming is their contribution? Is their contribution a theoretical way of looking at things so that it can be used elsewhere to look at similar things in different contexts?
That's it for your social media wrap. For SABC News in Johannesburg, I'm Lebo Tshangela.